started?
My name's Zenith. I am the leader and a lot of other stuff for Project Genesis. We originally had started out as a Discord group that was made to, net battle with Link emulators, but we didn't really know how to do that. So we were just talking, and we figured it'd be fun to make a fan game. Started out as a MMO idea, which would have been really neat, but unfortunately we don't have that kind of skill. So we moved on to a more classic story-driven RPG like every other Battle Network game. In this demo, we have a couple of bosses, no real story yet. We had just finished polishing off generic dialogue, movement. We have the battle system pretty much set up, and really it. Aside from the chip menu. Chip menu is still kind of under construction at this point, but it's almost done.
Yeah, you're doing something different with it, and I like it. We're just enjoying that. I can tell that some of the people on the team are a fan of the Mega Man Zero games as well, as you can pick up from the title screen, as well as a boss we might fight later.
So, does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, feel free to ask stuff while we get started. I know currently the public version is 0.2, right? And then the one that's on preview right now is 0.3?
Yes, that's because after 0.2 we started working on a lot of stuff, and we wanted to get it more finished and less broken before we actually release a public demo for 0.3. And as you can tell by when you were playing, we're still not there yet. But you can expect it soon. I'm not going to say an exact date because don't have an exact date on when it's going to be released, because we don't know how long fixing each and every one of the bugs is going to take.
Of course, like any good Battle Network game, we got to start out by talking to Mom so she can tell us to go do something.
Yeah, it's a shame you can't really go to ACDC 2, so she's just stuck there forever.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate, but just setting up for the future.
So, Mojibaka asked, what's the gameplay gimmick? There's not really a gimmick yet. We have a couple ideas for it, but nothing set in stone. Lenny on the floor said, oh god, commas are extinct. There's an issue with some of dialogue boxes where commas won't appear. I think we have it fixed, but it's touch and go.
I think you guys are being a little overly critical of the text. Of all of the fan games and demos that we've shown so far, this one has been the least in development. So the focus is on some of the core mechanics, like getting the gameplay and whatnot. So don't worry that there's like typos and stuff in it. Alright? The folder system isn't exactly like BN5. This is just a different approach to it. And as Zenith said, still in development, so.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is actually placeholder at the moment. So, I mean, even with the next public release after the stream, a lot of stuff is still going to be placeholder, and you might still encounter bugs, which, if you do, please let us know, because we need to get rid of them ourselves. We can't really find them ourselves.
So, since it's scrolling through the chips right now, someone asked about the story. I want us to come back to that if you have a premise for it. But talk about some of the unique chips that are in this demo. Like, Time Machine is probably my favorite. Wonder One's also pretty cool, and I noticed you have like a shoot, what was it called? Blast something, which is similar to the program advance in Battle Network 1.
Oh yeah, we came up with a couple of chip ideas and we had set them in motion. Like Time Machine, that was Spooky's idea. He thought of something that would set back your turn, give you the chips back and your health at the start of the turn. We brought back Sword Mode from, what was it, Network Transmission? And in order to switch between them, A or the left button gives you a wide sword, and S or the right button would give you a long sword if you press it before the customizer opens up.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't even realize that. I just knew that it changed my cherry trap to a sword. I think the mode chips came from Battle Network 1.
And let's see. Wonder Wand, that was Spooky's idea. It was basically like a sword mode chip, but every time you hit the right bumper, I think it would change the element and type of charge attack that you used.
Yep, I did figure that one out. I thought it just changed every time you open the custom menu because they'd use the R button to do that. I understand some of these chips people might have balance concerns about, but it is still very early in the demo, and you're just trying out new ideas, right?
Yes, this is all very basic. We don't have a lot of features that are actually in a lot of the Battle Network games yet. We only have a few features at the moment. There is no PvP yet, no, but we plan on trying that out soon.
Will folder back be balanced in this game?
Well, yeah, folder back is actually balanced at this point. You can only use it once, and right now it doesn't return to your folder. I think we're gonna stick with that instead of having it keep coming back each time.
I noticed it is a little different than how it is in BN3, because whenever you use it, it's kind of whatever chip you already had in the custom gauge or in the loadout was there. But so we're here at Gutsman, and the demo's set up to where it's got a few bosses. And I drew Time Machine for this, right? So you can see, I like Time Machine. Is it balanced? You know, we'll worry about that later. But for now, it is certainly fun. Spooky already explained what it did in the chat. But
there is no transition yet because we don't have a transition animation. As a lot of you might know, we had some problems with a few of our members a while back, and we lost quite a few assets that way.
Yep, but the current demo, I believe, has 4 bosses, and then this one has 5, so... Lenny, I appreciate all of your notes. Please do write them down, though, so that way we can have a compiled list by the end of the demo. White sword looks weird. I think you guys just have like a longsword animation, right? And you're just using that, but changing the hitboxes for the chip while you're working on the others.
I'm not sure if I should go into detail with this or not.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I feel like this needs to be explained.
Okay.
A while back, one of our lead spriters was actually stealing sprites from all over the internet, and we didn't realize this until someone had actually brought it up. And when we confronted him, he left, leaving us under fire, and me and the rest of the team had to clean up after all of his mistakes. But we're back to 90% operating order. Because summer's over, everyone has school or work. Right now, it's really only me and Spooky working on the engine.
What has been your favorite thing to work on so far, and like what are you most excited about Project Genesis in general?
Um, the most exciting thing is adding in our new bosses. I actually had started all of the bosses that we actually added in, not the not like Toadman or Gutsman or anything, but for Crashman and the other one, I had actually torn apart sprites for other bosses, mashed them into one big one, and just worked over that as a base. And doing them all from scratch like that, I mean, I only have the idle animation as the base, so I'm doing all of the movement from scratch at that point. That's probably my favorite part about this.
Let's reprogram. We did scroll over the chips earlier, but it gives you one extra chip. It kind of similar to how Ad would have been. Oh, and then there's one of the bosses coming up in a bit. So yeah, definitely my favorite thing in the demo right now is some of the chips are fun to use, be it imbalanced, and some of the boss fights are pretty cool. Particularly, we've got Mega Man Star Force coming up here soon. I guess we'll just watch the fight. I am curious, since you've got things like reprogram, how are you gonna have like a Navi customizer, or what sort of ways are there gonna be able to customize Mega Man?
We're gonna have a Navi customizer, but we're also looking into other things to customize Mega Man with. But getting the Navi customizer up and working is going to be something probably much later on after we're done polishing off everything else.
Yeah. Oh, also the the soundtrack for this did jump up a bit, but we should have that fixed now. I guess I should have warned ahead of time, sorry. So I like how he's got the fire tower attack, because he makes an appearance in Battle Network 1. How did you decide what abilities to give him? Like with the mag bomb, the fire tower, and obviously the lock on sword is a nod to Star Force itself.
Well, actually all the sprites were available from the Battle Network 1 Operation Shooting Star. So I took all of those sprites, adjusted the colors a little bit to fit the newer style of Battle Network, and hey, you using Wonder Wand.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we my thoughts are escaping me.
It's all good. I like Wonder Wand, the ability to cycle between the different elements. Also, getting near the end of the Mega Man Star Force fight, once his health gets so low, I wasn't expecting this the first time, so I think this was a nice touch. Oh. Wonder Wand also makes your Buster do a lot more damage. Is without a way to upgrade it. Sure, you got like Buster Pun or Buster Plus, but Magic Wand's just so much better. So, something fun obviously is you do a program advance, you pair it with Time Machine, and then you basically just double down on it. A bit sorry that I didn't give Mega more time to show off in that fight, but
He only has one attack. It's like a it has the area of Life Sword, and he uses it 3 times.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. But if you want to see that for yourself, be sure to check out the demo, which Mega Man Star Force is in the current demo, right?
Mega Man Star Force is not in the current demo. Or unless...
There's 4 bosses, right?
There are 5 bosses.
Well,
Star Force,
in demo
Gutsman. In Demo 3, yeah, yes, there are only 4 bosses.
Yeah. Of course, we beat Gutsman earlier, so he's not here. Folder back time machine. Ah, well, I don't even know if that'd be useful. Unless, what would that do, actually? Would it just stack your folder? Or, folder back probably just looks for what chips you're missing and appends it.
Folder back time machine. I don't think that would actually work, because folder back would instantly fill your custom bar and instantly open it for you.
Oh, it doesn't instantly open it, though, it didn't seem. Which, I guess that's something you could change later. Because I did like how that was different. Alright, and then, so Toadman. Why Toadman in particular, like the ball bosses? Like, I can understand Gutsman, he's kind of like the staple, Mega Man Star Force is something you wanted to add, Crashman is someone unique, and then we got a fifth boss, which we'll see at the end. But then, why Toadman?
No reason in particular, just to see what we can do with the panels, actually, because movement is different from every other boss. As you can see with the lily pads, we wanted to try different types of movement in the battle scenario.
I really tried to hit with this step cross, but I'm bad. Don't judge me. Not too much. You see it coming? Well, they might add that later. But otherwise you can just watch the trajectory. But yeah, I know Shockwave lights up the panel, like it targets or highlights where it's targeting. Are you gonna do that for more attacks, or?
Need to think about that one.
Oh, how custom is Crashman, right? That's a unique one for you guys? Because he's the next boss someone's asking if you have any totally new. Oh, gamer.
Uh-oh.
You can still hear me, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
forgot,
when it,
I forgot we were coming up to the end of that first segment. Could you switch to the next one? Ah, we're looping. We're still on the thing. I forgot the end was coming up. I don't know if gamer is still here. Okay, yeah, there it is.
Alright, up next is the Crashman boss. This one is completely, not completely original, because I guess, the classic Mega Man games. It's original to Battle Network, though.
Yes.
He's still a little stiff. Oh, okay, story premise. Lan and Mega Man save the world and the internet, again. Fight people, save their friends. Yeah, we decided to work more on the mechanics than working on the story, because if you try to mold a story around a game, the story's not gonna be all that great. And if you actually make the story work, then the gameplay is gonna be trash.
Sorry, for getting things set up.
No, it's if you're making a game and you have the story first, then you can't really focus on having... What was I going for? What Spoopy said. I can't do words right now.
Yeah, because once you get the mechanics in place, you can then go back and create the story and adapt it to that, or vice versa. Freshman gave me a bit of trouble, actually, mainly because he's really good at cracking your panels.
Yeah, that drill rain is a little spammy, isn't it?
You pretty easily get cut off to only a couple, and then he'll step in, or like he'll use that basically tank cannon, break your back panels, and then once you're limited on movement, he'll just get up in your face and drill arm you.
Now, I'm not sure if he did it in your run, but he actually has a jumping one-panel hit drill.
Oh, I'm not sure I've seen that. Does he use it when he's like low on health? Because
He uses it more normally, but I think it's because you got him down so low that he started switching his attacks.
Doing some other stuff. Okay. Gamer, if you still hear me, just go ahead and switch to the next one. And I was really fortunate, or Life Sword kept popping up in all of these fights. Yeah, just go ahead and start it. So the fifth fight, now was this one added for demo 0.3? This isn't in 0.4, right? Or 0.2, right?
No, this isn't in 0.2, this is 0.3.
Yeah. So this was the one that they added. And it's a good fight. I like the music as well, and he's got some special attacks later on as well.
We took out Commando Man because Chrono X, from what I understand, is actually planning to use Commando Man, and we don't want to mess with any of their stuff. Why 0? Because 0. I thought it would be a really cool boss fight to add 0 back into the Battle Network game, since he never made an appearance after Network Transmission.
And then that one was questionable.
And actually, with this Zero's design, I'm pretty sure everyone here has heard of Battle Network Legacy, which is some kind of timeline that's supposed to be really smooth between fan games. And this is based more on their version of Zero, or at least their fan art.
Classic triple slash. I'm quite grateful that you did put in all of these rather powerful chips, because I probably wouldn't have been able to beat these guys otherwise.
Yeah, I think we added 2 of every chip, if I'm not mistaken.
For the most part, you did drop it down. In Demo 2, there's like 2 basically everything. In Demo 3, there's like 1 time machine and 1 folder back, so a couple of them got scaled back. 1 of each of the whatever the PA chip is, like crack shot, blast shot. But that's basically it. We're gonna try to go to Area 2, but unfortunately the net's still the connection bridge is being worked on, so we won't be able to go get Mom's thing. Unfortunately, we will have to keep her waiting. But I suppose that'll be something for a future demo.
Let's see, Espeon Fan says, will you be able to use Zero as a chip and get the Z-Saber chip? Z-Saber and Zero's Navi chip are going to be different. If you saw in the stream where he did that circular slash around the panels and then the power attack where he jumps to you, that is going to be his Navi chip.
Okay, so that covered most of the stuff in demo point 3. If you guys have any final questions, and then when is point 3 do you think going to be released? I know there's still some work that you want to do on it before you make it public. Is there an ETA on that, or is it just when it's done?
Within a few days after this stream is over, or, I mean, if it's fixed, I don't know, you have to ask Spooky. If it's fixed after the demo, then it'll be up on the Game Jolt. I was actually starting to work on mobile buttons.
Oh, to get it to work on mobile too?
That's what we're shooting for. We haven't really tried it yet.
What platforms are you going to aim for? You're using GameMaker, right? So you can kind of use that and build it out to different ones. Obviously, testing's the main thing at that point.
So I don't think we can really port it anywhere because it's a fan game, aside from PC. We'll have mobile versions, though.
Okay. I know Chrono X is going to port it to Potato.
If that's the case, then we're going to move to a different trope, and it actually kind of ties into what we're doing with the cross system. Most likely all of the characters that are present in the demo will be in the main game, with the exception of maybe Toadman, but I don't know. He actually might make it in because of what we're doing with Chapter 1.
I think that's about good. Do you want to wrap it up, and then we will switch on to, I think, Battle Network 2 is up next?
Alright, yeah. Thanks for watching our stream. More information will be out with change logs, updates, things like that when we release Demo 3, which will be soon, hopefully. Alright, that's all. Thanks for watching.